Hello everyone, how are you guys today? This is Faye from Moonlit Ocean Waves. Today's video is going to be a pick a card reading where we will look into what's in store for you in terms of love, health, as well as wealth for the month of February 2021. So if you're new to pick a card readings, there are a few ways for you to pick the right card for you. First of all, you can use the shells here. This is number 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can also choose the card that you are visually attracted to the first time you saw them. Alternatively, you can close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and then open your eyes. The first card that you're attracted to visually would be probably the right one for you. What I personally like to do is I like to close my eyes, take a few deep breaths, and wait for the number between 1 and 4 to appear in my mind's eye, and that will be the pile that I choose. So once again, this is card number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feel free to pause the video while you choose your cards, and then you can skip ahead to the cards that you have chosen. Timestamps will be in the description box below, as well as pinned in the comment section. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, welcome pile number 1. This is your reading. So let us start by looking into what's your overall energy for the month of February 2021. And the card that you have here is to be fair. Okay, to be fair. Now the feeling that I'm getting here is that there are a lot of you that are who picked this pile, if not all of you, who are struggling to balance between supporting yourself financially and making time for meaningful relationships and with your loved ones. Okay, so if you have a family and you are the breadwinner, perhaps you still have your job, perhaps you no longer have your job, whatever it is, I get the feeling that you are trying your best to support your family. You feel that you need to hustle. Even for those who have jobs, I get this feeling that there are a lot of you who pick this pile who are doing side hustles because you really want to secure your financials in the current situation that's in the world right now. Okay, so the thing is, when you do these side hustles, or even if you, let's say you don't have a job and you're working really hard to get the money to be able to support yourself or your family, there is this sense that you are being taken away from your loved ones in terms of time and presence. So that is probably going to be something that you are fighting to balance in the next month. Okay, how much time do you spend on your business or your side hustle or on your job? Okay, for some of you, I do feel that perhaps there are some people in your company that's being laid off and you have to take on more responsibility. So this applies to you too. Okay, so your time is being taken away from your family and friends. So that is something that is going to be a balancing act for you in the next month. So I'll put these here. So let's shuffle the cards and take a look at what is in store for you in terms of health. Please remember that this is a general reading and not everything is going to resonate. Okay, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, when it comes to health, legal, and financial advice, please do not use tarot in replacement of professional medical, legal, and financial advice. All right, so let us take a look at your health energy for the month of February. Okay, I saw a card flip. Let me see. Okay, the High Priestess. All right. So the High Priestess, I don't usually read reversals, but the card came out reversed. So that is how I'm going to take it. All right. I get the feeling that some of you might feel unwell. Some of you might feel that there's something that needs to be checked. You could be experiencing persistent stomach pains or headaches or insomnia. Okay, so these are examples of the things that you might experience. There's like a niggling health issue. It doesn't seem very serious, but your intuition is saying go check it out, but you're ignoring it. Okay, or you might even like you don't get the feeling that it's anything serious, and so you ignore it, okay, outright. And so this is counterintuitive. So please do get whatever ailments that you have checked. I also get the sense that for some of you, you could have a persistent cough. Okay, you could have persistent cough, persistent chest pain, sore throat. But for the majority, I get the feeling that you have a persistent stomach ache or a pain somewhere in the abdominals. Okay, so please get that checked. I see the word gastritis. Some of you guys might be experiencing gastritis, but you don't know it is what it is. And so you're just ignoring it. So please get your physical discomfort checked out. Okay, guys? So let's take a look at what the oracle cards have to say as advice for you in terms of your health. Okay, so mending bridges. I heal rifts, I am a mender. Okay, so this is your card. I heal rifts, I'm mending bridges. I heal rifts, I am a mender. Okay, here's the thing, what I'm getting here. What I'm getting here is that when it comes to health, a lot of you guys have health issues that is correlated to your emotions. I get the sense that for a lot of you who pick pile number 1, you are the peacekeeper of the family. Okay, these two individuals, let's say your parents and your younger sibling, are always at each other's throat, and you are the peacemaker. You listen to your parents, you listen to your younger sibling, and then you try to make peace. But the thing is, you are the receiver of these stressors and emotions and tensions, and in the end you are the one who absorbed that pain, absorbed that stress, and it manifests in physical discomfort, in health as well as health issues. That's why the one that I'm keenly getting here is insomnia, headaches, abdominal pains in particular. Some of you might even be experiencing chest pains, as I mentioned. So these are the things, these are the signs of stress. I get the feeling some of you might also be the peacemaker in your company. You are maybe in the middle management, and so you have a boss, you have subordinates, and you are sandwiched in the middle between the management's expectation and also the needs of your staff underneath your care. So you are constantly juggling expectations. So there is that sense of stressor that's impacting your health there. So what I'm getting here is that be aware of this. When it comes to work, if you're the peacemaker at work, try your best to be objective. Same goes with the family dynamics. Be objective and try your best not to absorb the emotions from both parties. Lay down boundaries. That's what I'm getting here. Don't get involved with gossip. Don't get involved with politics. I know it's very difficult in work setting, even in family setting, but try your best. Also, I feel that crystals might help you. So if you need crystals, or if you need help in establishing boundaries, if you need help in having a voice and speaking out instead of just listening and absorbing the stresses from two parties that are in conflict with each other, then use that. Use crystals, use essential oils, or maybe even train yourself and have a few sentences ready to deflect. Okay, so if somebody is coming with you with a complaint and it's starting to get personal, it's starting to be less than professional in the workplace, when they talk about the upper management, have a boundary there. Same goes with the upper management. If they have something that they are criticizing your staffs, if it goes into personal realm, criticizing their personality and their lifestyle instead of their work, establish boundaries, because you don't want to be the garbage truck that receives all the trash, if you know what I mean. Okay, all right, so that's your health, pile number 1. Let's go into your wealth. Right, so what's the energy for your wealth, pile number 1? Okay, several cards here, quite a bit of them. Okay, this is a lot. Let me just reshuffle. Okay. All right. So when it comes to wealth, there's the Sun, which is a yes card. It is a happy card, very, very positive. And there's Two of Cups, which is amazing. So I get the feeling here that perhaps there is a merger that's happening. There's a partnership that's happening. I'm not sure if in the work scenario, I can't think of anything at the top of my head aside from merger, like a merging of companies. Let's say if there's a merging of companies, consolidation of companies, if this is to happen, the Sun card would show that you are safe. You are not the ones that are being let go. You are part of the ones that stay within the company. That is what I'm getting. For some of you, if you have a business, maybe you're collaborating. If you're a creator, a content creator or a course creator, whatever it is, you are collaborating with a platform, you are collaborating with a company or an individual, and you know it will go very well indeed. Okay, so whatever it is, there is a sense of collaboration here with someone that really gets you, that are in line with your values. Okay, so in a work environment, like I said, it could be a merging of companies, sister companies. I see the word sister companies. So maybe you're merging with sister company, and that is of course in line with the company that you are currently in. Okay, so it's not something that is vastly different, and when there is change, it's not going to be a change that is majorly uncomfortable. Okay, it's going to be pretty streamlined and it's going to go smoothly. Okay, yes, this is a very positive card indeed. Emotionally, it's going to go very well. The people that you work with are someone that you actually want to work with and you look forward to working with. Okay, so for those of you who do not have jobs or businesses right now, what I'm getting here, if you're looking for a job, there is a very good possibility that you will get it, and it's going to be with someone or a company that will treat you well, that are in line with your values. Okay, and also in line with your needs. For example, if you apply for a part-time job, it's really going to be a part-time job. It's not going to be where you work full-time but you don't get the full benefits. Okay, you will be treated fairly. This is what I'm sensing here with the cards that you are getting. So let us take a look at the oracle cards. What additional information or messages does it have for you? And 3 came out pretty much immediately. So nature. Okay, so it says here, sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air, and remember who you are and where you want to be. Excellent. Gentleness. Okay, so strength is gentle, true kindness has wings, love in action endures. Okay, and then action. Stop hesitating, movement creates magic, nothing can hold you back. Okay, so these are really, really positive cards. Action, if you have an initiative that you want to implement in your company, in your business, if you are unemployed and you want to take action and go into an industry that you are not very familiar with but you are ready to learn, do so. Don't hesitate. Okay, for those of you who are in managerial positions, I do see here that strength is gentle, it's kind. If you need to establish, like I said, when we talk about the general reading, general energies that you have, there is a need to establish boundaries, right? So do it in a gentle manner, do it in a loving manner. Same goes with when it comes to your family members. Okay, I get a sense that you are someone who is in charge of something. You are in a leadership position. So always treat your underlings, always treat the people you interact with kindness. Okay, even if they need to be put in line, do it with kindness. Also, when it comes to your health issue, okay, sometimes all you need is to ground yourself. Okay, I get a feeling that you are the type of person who don't really want to hurt people's feelings, but when you get really stressed out, you either manifest illnesses in your body or you erupt. Okay, so instead of bottling up and erupting in cycles or having illnesses manifest in your physical body due to bottling up your feelings, go out in nature and let it out. Ground yourself, touch a tree, hug a tree if you can. If you cannot, just touch the tree. Maybe walk on grass. You can do grounding meditations. You can have a red colored crystal to ground you as well and help you be close with the energies of nature. Okay, so these are the things that I'm seeing here. Because we're talking about wealth, this nature thing, I do feel it will help you a lot in terms of your career, as well as creating abundance for yourself. If you are not working, okay, and you are feeling stressed because it's kind of hard to, you'll find it hard to find a job. So go out in nature, ground yourself so that you're not scattered, and you have insight. You will get insight on how, where, and when to apply for a job. Okay, so that you are not scattered and anxious all the time. So let us move on to your love reading. Okay, let me shift things around here. All right, so let's take a look what's in store for you in terms of love for the month of February 2021. Whoa, okay. The Emperor. Any other cards? Okay. Interesting. Okay, so two cards came out, the Emperor as well as the Ace of Pentacles. So I was getting this just now when the Emperor came out, and it's confirmed by the Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, remember your overall energy here, whereby there needs to be a balance. Okay, so you need to be the leader of your own life. You really need to organize your life in a way that makes sense to you, in a way that you can enjoy both. I understand sometimes we don't really have the choice, because if we are obligated and working in a company, what the boss says pretty much goes, right? But remember, in your reading, I've mentioned several times about establishing boundaries. Okay, so if your boss, let's say, is expecting you to work beyond your working hours, even though you have been productive and you've completed your work and there's no reason for you to stay, then speak up. Okay, you need to embrace the archetype of an emperor, where you really take charge of your life. Don't let other people rule your life. Same goes, because I see pentacles here. Okay, so that's why this work-life balance that is kind of like pulling you between, do I focus more here or here? If I focus more on work, my family relationships suffer. So you really need to have that emperor energy. Okay, I know we're talking about love here, but love is wide. It could be romantic love, it could be familial love, it could be friendship and relationships, like between, like I said, family. Here's the thing, because you are not able to establish boundaries, maybe all this while your love relationship, your relationship with your family suffers. Okay, so this is why work is interfering with your relationship. And if you want to focus this on romantic love relationship, it still applies. There is probability that most of you who pick this pile, you are not being the emperor of your life. You're not establishing boundaries when it comes to work, and so you're spending way too much time away from your loved ones, from your romantic partner, and that is having an impact on the relationship. Okay, so please be the emperor of your life. Establish boundaries. If your immediate boss is creating problems, do not hesitate to go to the upper management. Okay, but of course, I do get the sense here that take the steps to make boundaries. If your immediate boss is not respecting that, then go to the upper management. Obviously, if you haven't talked to your immediate boss and you just suddenly go to the upper management, that's considered disrespectful. You won't be heard. Okay, but take the steps to establish boundaries, show that you have done your work and it is reasonable for you to go home on time. And if your boss creates troubles, then go to the upper management. So let's take a look at what advice the cards have for you in terms of love. Okay, so show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. Okay, so while you're in the process of setting up boundaries, and it's not going to be perfect, you're not going to be able to go home on time all the time. Sometimes when you get home, you might get a text, and if your corporate culture is that you need to answer every text, then it's going to be difficult for you to go against the grain, and that's understandable. Obviously, start setting that boundaries, start not answering your work related communications when you're at home. But again, like I said, understandably, it's not going to be perfect. So what you can do about this, and the cards are showing this, is that when you are with your loved ones, pay attention. Okay, pay full attention. Even if you're with them for an hour or 10 minutes, those 10 minutes would mean a lot to them, more than an hour of you being there but not really being there. So make sure whatever precious time that you have with your loved ones, pay full attention, okay? And that would make a very big change in the dynamics between you and your loved ones, whether it is relatives, whether it is family, whether it's parents, whether it's romantic love. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all for you, pile number one. I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if this relates to you, and I'll see you in the next reading, guys. Bye. Hello, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. So let's start with looking into what's the overall energy for you for the month of February 2021. So the card that you receive is Deep Knowing. Okay, so I get the feeling that for a lot of you in the month of February, there is something that is coming to fruition. Perhaps you have attended or you will attend an interview in January and you are waiting for the results in the month of February. Or maybe you would even attend an interview of sorts. So something is coming to fruition in February and you kind of know how it's going to go. So there's this deep knowing of what's about to happen next. And that can be a good thing for you guys. And for those of you who feel that it might go true, obviously it could be something that's not so great. But at the end of the day, it's always good to have that deep knowing. This also signifies to me that when you have a deep knowing, your intuition is stronger, it's activated, and that is always going to be in your benefit. Please remember, if things don't go how you would like it to be, there's always going to be new things to go into or look forward to in life, okay? So let us take a look into what's in store for you in terms of your health. Please remember that tarot readings should not replace professional medical, financial, as well as legal advice. Okay, so we'll just look into what is the energy of your health for the month of February 2021. Also, these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because not everything is going to resonate with everyone. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so we have a card that came out, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is a loving energy indeed. Okay, so what I'm getting here from this card is that the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is surrounded by abundance. They have ease in their minds because there's not really much to worry about in this sense, okay? Yeah, she is usually holding a pentacle, meaning to say well-to-do in terms of money. She's also surrounded by fruits and vegetables, so she's taken care of even if she doesn't have the coin. And the fact that she has both means that she really has not much to worry about. So what I feel translates here for you is that February is going to be a pretty calm month for you, even though the situation of deep knowing. I think this translates to feeling calm because of the deep knowing. If let's say you're waiting for something to happen and you kind of know it's going to happen, so that gives you calm, this calm confidence. And if you are hoping for something to happen but you kind of know it's not going to happen, you are already prepared for it not to come to pass. So there is this sense of calm that I'm feeling here. Okay, so let us move to your oracle cards. Let's see what it has to say to enhance your reading regarding your health. Okay, so just so you guys know, and I'm sure a lot of you realize, your emotions can really dictate your health. If you are always anxious, for example, it's going to manifest in some form or fashion in your body. Okay, so the fact that when you are calm, the chances of your health being more stable is higher. Okay, so this is confirmed by your card. It is flying free. I unfurl my wings and fly. So there is a sense of freedom when you already know what's an outcome going to be, whether it's going to go in your favor or not. Okay, so when you already know and you expect that outcome, then you are free emotionally. You know, okay, this is probably going to go well. I can make preparations for when it finally goes through. There's a confirmation, and when there's a confirmation, when things are not going your way, you already know it, and perhaps you're already doing things such as looking for other opportunities. You are not like hoping and praying that things will go through, even though you don't have an idea what's going to happen. So you're hoping and praying that it will go through, but when you know it's not going to go through, you have that deep knowing, you're already preparing for other opportunities. So that is very freeing for a lot of you. Okay, so let us move on to wealth. Let us take a look what is in store for you in terms of your wealth this month. Alright. Okay, so two cards came out. One is Judgment and one is the Wheel. Gosh, guys, you know what? I get the feeling that for some of you, you're kind of waiting for your status in terms of your job. Okay, this is a very specific scenario, probably not going to apply for everyone, but what I'm getting a sense of here is that for some of you, your company is going through, reducing the amount of workers that they have, and you are awaiting whether or not you are going to be part of the people that stay or part of the people that go. Now, in terms of wealth, I see Judgment here. There is, if you look at the imagery, she is releasing and surrendering. Okay, she is surrendering herself spiritually, and she is free. There is almost a sense that you already know. Again, this goes really well with your overall energy, with your health. You already know the outcome, and so you're the word that comes to me is sweet surrender. You're really surrendering to the universe, and for a lot of you guys, I feel that this is really beautiful in its own way. Even if you are to be let go, you are at a stage in your life where you just trust. Okay, you don't know what to do. Okay, for some of you, don't know what to do. For some of you, you're already taking steps to safeguard yourself if you are being let go. But for some of you, I get the feeling that you're truly surrendering to the universe. You're truly surrendering and say, you know what? If I am let go, then I accept that this period of my time with this company, with this industry is over. Okay? Because for a lot of you, I sense that you've always wanted to leave anyways, but you couldn't because of financial obligation. Now that this situation is here, it's kind of like, okay, maybe I'm getting my wish. Okay, so I accept this. All right, I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Okay, and when you surrender, you have a better time of going to the next thing, because I get the sense here, again, this deep knowing, that your time is up. Okay, you've done all you can in the industry. Maybe you don't see yourself going up the ladder anymore. You don't want to anyway because it's going to drive you crazy with the workload and what have you. I get the sense that for some of you, you're probably in the hotel industry. Okay, it's like, my time here is complete and I am at peace. If I stay, great, it's merely for financial income, financial, to support myself financially and my family. But if I'm let go, I have a level of peace because I've been in this industry for a long time. Okay, 10 years. That's the sense I'm getting here. This is number 10 right here. 10 years. You could have been with a company or in the industry and you're okay. There's peace here when it comes to your wealth. And I don't feel that, let me just see, what do the oracle cards have to say? Okay, in terms of your wealth. Because I don't sense, because of your calmness, new things are going to come pretty quickly for you. Okay, you're not going to, because if you are let go, usually it's VSS. I don't remember what VSS stands for, but you are given a package. Okay, so you're not going to go off without pay. You'll be given several months pay. Okay, so it will tide you over until the next thing comes along. So there is the sense of peace, really deep peace that I am sensing here with these cards. So let's see what the oracle cards have to say. Strength. You have courage, you can endure, find your center, and spiral into your power. Such a beautiful card to accentuate this reading. Okay, so if the outcome is that you're going to be let go, or it's not going your way in terms of, let's say you have a job interview and it doesn't go through, you don't get the job, know that you have the strength to carry on. You will be guided to opportunities. You will get whatever it is that you need to move to the next thing. Okay, the word that came to me is financial aid. It could be that financial aid comes in time for you to keep you afloat until you get to the next job or the next gig or the next business. Okay, all right, so that's your reading for wealth. Let's take a look in terms of love. Okay, so love is pretty broad. Sometimes relationships, in terms of familial relationships, come true as well. Okay, so 5 of Cups here. Let me just pull clarifying cards. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. The 4 of Wands. Last but not least, Temperance. All right, so my first impression here is that for some of you, not everyone obviously, for some of you, you might face a situation where a loved one passes on. This is a card of grief. Okay, this Wheel of Fortune talks about things turning around, and here's the thing, when I saw this card, it kind of looks like death, even though it's not death. It's not the death card, because death usually has this hood. It will have a sky. Obviously, like I said, this is not death, but the first thing that came to mind was, oh my goodness, looks like death. It affects the home. It affects the stability of your home. And then there's Temperance. Temperance is usually in a traditional Rider Waite. it is an angel that wears a robe. And so with each card that I pulled, clarifying just now, it just seems to confirm again and more that for some of you, you could be facing a loss in February 2021. Okay, because for some of you, you might get an inheritance due to this loss of a family member. Okay, it disrupts the stability of the home because one member is lost, but they are in a better place. Okay, because they've passed on to the afterlife. Okay, so in terms of relationships, the one that stands out the most to me is that you could be losing a loved one. Let me see if I can see any other situations that fits. So let me take a few moments to look at the cards once again. You could, for some of you, it could be it's not a literal loss of a loved one. It could be figurative in terms that you get into a fight and words are spoken, emotions are spilt, okay, cups spilt, and it kind of upbends the stability of the home. It could be, let's say, husband and wife fighting, contemplating divorce, or this could be you, this could be your parents, it could be your sibling that's facing this, and it just changes the dynamics of the home. Okay, so there's a disruption there. And for some of you, if it's not you directly, it's not you having this conflict, with your partner, could be members of your family. And if that happens to others, it could be you that tries to maintain the balance and play peacemaker, okay, in terms of your relationships. But there is an energy of grief here. There is a loss of something, a loss of the dynamics, the loss of happiness to a certain degree. So let's take a look at what the oracle cards have to give to you as advice in terms of love. Okay. So this card says, get to know each other. Learning to meet each other's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. For those of you who are going to face the situation of, the latter situation where you don't physically lose a loved one, but instead it is like you feel the relationship is getting more and more distant, lots of misunderstanding, a lot of stresses and tensions. Get to know what you need, what your partner needs are, and also if the stress involves like parents, relatives, or siblings, or parent and child, just get to know what the other person needs, and also know what you need so that you can communicate. I need this from you, and I can see that you need this from me. Am I correct? They can rectify you, and you can give what it is that they want or need at this point of time. Okay, so thank you so much, group 2. This is your reading. I hope it is helpful for you. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let us start by looking into what's the overall energy for you for the month of February 2021. And the card that you receive here is Fork in the Road. So I get a sense for those of you who pick this card, the choices and making decisions are going to be an integral part of your February, essentially. For some of you, you might need to make one major decision. For others of you, maybe two to three major decisions. And for others of you, you might be involved with making several small decisions. I get a sense that there will be some of you who need to decide whether you want to move or not. Maybe go to a different neighborhood, move to a different house due to the size, due to the rent. Some of you might even, and this is very specific, so it's not going to be for everyone, but some of you might even need to decide whether or not to keep a pregnancy. Okay, so decisions are going to be very heavy for the month of February. Okay, so let us take a look at what is in store for you in terms of your health. What is the overall energy for you in terms of your health? And please understand that tarot readings should not be used in replacement for professional, medical, legal, as well as financial advice. But tarot, we can look into the energies of it, okay? All right, so let us see what comes up for you in terms of health. All right. Okay, so there's Seven of Pentacles here. I get a sense that for a lot of you, you are keeping up with your lifestyle changes. Okay, you are planting the seed, you are making changes to your diet, and for the most part, I see for a lot of you, you are making it stick. Okay, you are making small changes, but you are making those changes consistent, and that is really great. Now, I get this feeling that a lot of you are bombarded, and maybe some of you are challenged on how you do things, on how you are trying to facilitate a healthier lifestyle. Some people might tell you, no, you'll never lose weight that way, or it's going to take a really long time for you to lose weight if you simply cut out junk food and not anything else. Okay, it's going to be faster if you do, let's say, intermittent fasting, or go on this keto diet or paleo diet, a specific diet. People are challenging you because you're not following a specific diet. You're just maybe reducing the amount of junk food that you consume. And so there is this feeling of you're being challenged, but I do see that you will reap the rewards of the changes that you make, even though it might seem small, because you are doing it consistently, okay? Which is so much better than crash diets where you do extreme practices or you adopt extreme modalities, but you're not able to sustain it in the long term, okay? If someone loses weight that way, they're just going to gain the weight back again, okay? So for you, making small changes and being consistent is going to be very beneficial for you. So let's take a look at what the oracle cards have to say in terms of your health. Ooh. All right, exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence. And if you look, the image of the person in the card is wearing kind of like a workout outfit, okay? Kind of like a bodysuit, doing yoga of some kind, all right? So yes, the universe is affirming that you will get results that exceed your expectations by making this small change, but it's being implemented consistently. So congratulations, keep it up, pile number 3, okay? And if you feel that you are floundering, you're making a small change, but because people are challenging the way you do things and you are thinking, yeah, maybe I should try this modality or that modality, even though I feel that it might not be sustainable, maybe I would get results that way. Please don't, okay? Keep up what you're doing. Add the changes as you go along, okay? Maybe drink more water, and then add more greens. And these are small changes done consistently that can yield really great results for you, okay? All right, so let us move on to wealth. Let us see what the cards have to say in terms of wealth for you, pile number 3. All right, so card that you receive here is the Emperor, okay? So the Emperor is someone who is very decisive. He makes choices that are for his higher good, okay? No, forgive me. That is for the good of the people, okay? So for the good of the people that he rules, okay? So in this case, it could be you yourself. If you have a family, all right? So you would be the leader of your family. But if it's just you don't yet have a partner, you don't yet have kids, or if you're not even like the eldest in your siblings, like you're not in leadership mode in that sense, but you are the leader of your own life, okay? So when it comes to wealth, I would say that the cards are showing in the month of February, you will probably find that you have this want to take charge of your own wealth, of your own life. For example, you might want to educate yourself in investments. Okay, maybe it's not something that is practiced by your family or in your community. Okay, people just work and then use the money that they have, and not even sure if they have savings, or they don't have savings because they feel that they can't afford to have savings. But for you, you want to take charge in the month of February. You want to do something different. Okay, it's almost like I get this feeling that the more people say that that's not possible, the more you want to check it out. Is it really impossible? Okay, the more people say that like for example, cryptocurrency is a scam, the more you want to check it out. So that's the feeling that I'm getting here. You are shaping your own beliefs about wealth, about money. All right, so this is the sense that I'm getting for you, pile number 3, in terms of wealth. So let's see what the cards have to say, the oracle cards. Okay, and that is pretty fast. All right, so destiny, acknowledge your mission, align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. This is so beautiful. Like I said, there is this sense that you are carving your own path. There's a variety of stories that I'm getting here. For some of you, you might have been laid off, and now that the worst thing in your mind has happened, like of course people say your job provides for you financially, and maybe you don't like your job, but you're afraid to quit because you need to feed yourself, or maybe if you have a family. But now that the worst has happened, it's kind of like given you the courage to explore. Okay, now it's not by choice that I have to leave, but now that I'm free, let's explore. Let me do this thing that I've always wanted to do. So you are really taking charge in February when it comes to your wealth, your finances, your money, what you start doing in order to receive what do you call this? Receive money and support yourself financially. So, I believe everyone has something in their hearts that they want to do, and they have a purpose for why they want to do it. Even, for example, people in the music industry, right? For a lot of music creators, or anyone who is creative, whether it's art, music, they have a mission. For a lot of people, they want to unite people using art, they want to unite people using music. I've heard people say that music goes beyond languages, goes beyond borders. So everyone has a mission in their life, and the fact that you love something, your mission is incorporated in the thing that you love. Okay, so I get the feeling that this could be a creative endeavor. So you could be an artist, you could be a singer, you could be a musician. Okay, and yes, the cards are saying you have a destiny to fulfill. The fact that you are now without a job, it kind of like gives you the green light to go on with what is in your heart. Okay, and for those of you who still have a job, it doesn't exclude you. It does say that acknowledge your mission and make the time to expand in what it is that you would love to do. So even though you have a job, let's say you are a creative person, you want to create art or create music, then do it on the side. Start doing it, okay, so that eventually you'll be able to sustain yourself using your creative endeavors and not your day job. Okay, so start taking solid steps like how an emperor would do towards what it is that you love, what it is that you feel can contribute to the world. Okay, what would be your legacy? So let's look into what love has in store for you for the month of February. So, Four of Swords. Okay, this is the card of resting, meditation, having a pause. So for some of you, I get the feeling that you could be arguing with your loved ones. If you have a partner, you're arguing with your partner. Maybe it's your relatives, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your friends. And this is a good time to pause when it comes to communication. If you have nothing good to say, don't say anything, okay? Or even better, and this it accentuates the practice of not saying anything nasty. You can say that, you know what, I don't want to say anything that I'm going to regret. I'm going to take a break. Okay, so understand that while yes, it's good to withhold from saying anything nasty, but you need to inform your loved ones that when you kind of like walk away, when you don't say anything, it doesn't mean that you don't care, because sometimes people feel that you don't care if you walk away or if you stay silent. So be sure to, preferably not in the heat of the moment, say that, hey, I understand that we've been arguing a lot. I've been saying things that I shouldn't, and I apologize. And in order to prevent that, I feel that it's best that if I get too hot, I feel that it's all too hot for me to handle, that I walk away, or that I keep silent and we take a time out. So let your loved ones know that you understand you have this trait that you tend to say things that are not very nice, and that you want to make it better. So this is something that you are adopting, so that you don't say things you regret. Don't just implement it without telling your loved ones, otherwise they will think that you don't care and it hurts them more, okay? But essentially, yes, you need to withhold your tongue from saying things that you will regret, okay? All right, so let us take a look at what the oracle cards have to say, advice for you in terms of love. Also, one more thing when it comes to the Four of Swords. This could be, some of you could be the opposite, okay? Some of you could be ignoring your loved ones when you are in an argument with them. Maybe you're already like walking away whenever you get into an argument, and that creates hurt with your family members, with your partners, with your friends, okay? It makes them feel that the issue is not worth discussing to you. So if this is you, right, you are not saying hurtful words, but is that you're keeping quiet and just walking away, I would say that explain why. Again, communication is key, I feel, in the month of February with your loved ones. If you're saying too many hurtful words, tone down and say that this is, if I'm angry, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to hurt you guys. Okay, so understand that. I'll come back when I'm okay. For those of you who simply walk away when you're upset, this is hurting your loved ones, and you need to change that. But change in a way that you can keep silent, but let them know that, hey, when I walk away, it doesn't mean I don't care. I know we need to work this out, but can we work this out when I come back? Because I cannot be articulate when I'm angry, okay? I tend to just walk away, and I understand that hurts you, but we'll improve. We'll talk about it when I come back, So just let them know that you value getting a resolution to the argument, and that you're not just walking away. All right, so let's get to the advice portion. Oh, that's a lot of cards, but okay, let's just take them. Spend some quality time together. It is imperative that we spend quality time with those we are in significant relationships with, listening and talking to each other. Again, communication, guys. Like I said, when you want to talk about this, whether you say a lot of hurtful things and you want to tone down, or you walk away and you want to explain your behavior, talk about it with your loved ones outside of an argument. Don't try to explain your actions while you're in the heat of the moment, okay? So have that discussion outside of an argument. Look into your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Okay, so for those of you who tend to say hurtful words, it's because you guys tend to speak out. Okay, you can speak your mind, but sometimes you go overboard and you overly hurt people. For those of you who tend to keep quiet, there is strength in silence. Okay, however, again, too much of silence can hurt the ones you love as well. So finding the balance, yeah, utilizing your strengths, but finding the balance between the extremes are very important. And last but not least, love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Okay, so understand that even though your loved ones, when you get into an argument with your loved ones, don't forget that you love each other. Okay, remember that you are arguing with someone who you love and who loves you, because when we forget, we tend to want to defend so much that we end up not even caring how deeply we hurt the other person. Okay, so that is something to really, really remember for the month of February, and I would feel beyond the month of February. February is a good start, okay, for these positive practices in communication. All right, so thank you so much, group number 3. I hope this is helpful for you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Hello, group number 4. Welcome to your reading. Let us start by looking into what is the overall energy for you in the month of February 2021. So the card that you have here is the Tribe. So I'm sensing that for group number 4, those of you who choose this card, Tribe is going to be really important for you in the month of February. Either you are finding that the tribe that you have right now is no longer suitable for you. Either you are leveling up and you feel that you don't really jive with the people that you have been hanging out all this while, and you feel that you need to find other friends to hang out with. Okay, and this creates for some of you a feeling of guilt. Okay, and for some of you, you might not have a tribe. You feel that you've always been okay doing things solo. You're a lone wolf, and that is the archetype that you have embraced for yourself. But I do feel for the month of February, you might find a group of friends that you really like, or you find somebody that really you click with, like whatever it is that you think they think the same way, and it's really amazing for you to finally find someone who thinks the same way or views the world the same way that you do. Okay, either you come across people like this, or you have the desire to open up and collaborate or meet with other people and mix around, even though they might not share 100% of your ideas. And you feel okay with that because you realize that you don't really want to be in an echo chamber. Okay, so you're expanding your horizons in the month of February. So these are the different scenarios that you might face, okay, for those of you who pick this card. Now let's start off with your looking into your health energy. Please understand that tarot readings should not be a replacement for professional, medical, financial, and legal advice. However, yes, tarot can be used to look at the energy of your health, okay? So this is going to be quite general and not very specific in terms of, diseases or anything like that. So let us take a look. What's the overall energy for your health in the month of February? Okay, so there's the Hermit card here. All right, so let me just clarify with 3 cards. The Lovers, the Empress, all major arcana so far. Very interesting. All right, okay, I get the feeling, you guys, you might get to know in February something with regards to your health. It could be something that is cause for concern, okay? And maybe the doctor has approached you to do more tests to get things confirmed, and you are keeping this to yourself, okay? Because what I'm feeling here, this is something that is quite major. Seeing that there are 3 major arcanas out of 4 cards here, okay? There's this hermit, he's alone, he's a loner, you are holding this information yourself, and then there's the lovers, there is a decision that needs to be made. There's the empress, maybe you are a man, or you know, it doesn't matter your gender, but there's this feminine person that you want to share something with, but you don't really want to make them worry. It could be your mom, it could be your wife, it could be your partner, regardless of what your gender is, like I said. And yeah, this is, it feels like holding this secret, holding this suspicion that you might have something is burdening you, okay? It becomes a burden for you. Now, again, there could be several variations to this. It could be that you have something that is persistently disturbing you in terms of your health, and you're afraid that it's something serious, but you're not getting it checked out. It could be that you think it's something minor, you get it checked out, the doctors say it could be something serious and you need to do more tests, but you're not telling the people in your life about it because you don't want them to worry. I get, again, like I said, feminine energy. It could be your mom, could be your sister, it could be your wife that you don't want to tell this to, okay? So you're carrying that burden alone here. So let us look what the oracle cards have to say. Okay, opening to love, my heart is open. Okay, all right, so the thing is, this heart is on fire. It's on a boat that's filled with flowers, okay? And it's in the middle of the ocean. What this makes me think about is the Polynesian people. I've seen people, I don't know, in Hawaii, I think that when a person passes on, they are honored. They are, you know, celebrated. Their passing over is celebrated. And, you know, they would be happy, they would bring the ashes and throw it in the ocean. And the thing is, I would say that what the card is trying to say is not saying that you're going to die, but regardless of whichever the result shows, whether it's something that is serious or it turns out it's nothing, it's good to open up our hearts and share the burden that's in our hearts. That way, we can live more fully, okay? We don't want that, we don't want to surprise our loved ones with something that is, you know, with bad news, essentially. We want them to be prepared. We want them to be with us when there's news to be shared. You know what I mean? Just imagine the scenario. Imagine you yourself is the person that you're trying to protect. Wouldn't it be better for you to know that, oh, you have to go through a test because they want to know if something is serious or not? Let me be with you, okay? Compared to you already go through the test, this person went through the burden alone, and then this person tells you, hey, I have this, or hey, I had to go through this advanced test, but I didn't tell you, but turns out it's okay. It's very hurtful. Okay, it's almost like you don't trust me to be your support system. Okay, so when you open your heart, you really allow people to live this life together with you in good health and in the opposite. Okay, in ease and in difficulties. So allow people to be with you through this time where you are uncertain. Okay, so that's what I'm getting, because you want people to be with you fully throughout the extent of your life. You don't want to be surprised. You know, what keeps coming here to me are the people who, you know, they are blissfully unaware that their loved one is sick, and then suddenly their loved one just drop and are gone. And that's like you rob them of the knowledge that you could go at any minute. You know what I mean? So please, 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 if you know something, you might have something, or you have a burden that you don't want to share, please share it with your loved ones, okay? Because it really hurt them deeply if you do the opposite. Now let us look at your wealth. Oh wow. Okay. So what is in store for you in terms of wealth for the month of February 2021? Queen of Swords. Let me clarify. So this is the Queen of Swords here. She's contemplating, okay? Contemplating deeply, looking in the distance. Clarify, Queen of Swords. Okay, the World, completion. Clarify, Queen of Swords, the Empress. Okay, and the last clarification card, the Sun. All right, so the clarifying cards are all major arcanas, which is very interesting, and the Sun is in reverse. I don't typically read reversals, but if it comes out reverse, I would. So let me just take a few minutes to contemplate and see what the clarifying cards have to say. All right, so what I'm getting here is that in terms of career, I do feel that you are thinking about how can I expand? How can I go beyond this? Because for a lot of you who pick this pile, it's almost like you have hit like the ceiling of your company or your industry. Like this is as high as you can get. Okay, you are satisfied that you have reached this level. Now you're looking for something else. Okay, and now, because this is what I'm getting from this card, the World card, completion. And also what I'm feeling here is that now you're contemplating, wow, the earth is so vast. By right, I can go anywhere I want. The possibilities are endless. Okay, there's so many possibilities in the world. What might not be in demand in one country could be in demand for another country. Okay, so because every country has different needs, every country is focused on different things. Certain countries maybe focus on technology, but other countries on agriculture. So it's almost like you're contemplating, how big can I go? And I know it seems unlikely due to what's happening right now, but you are not letting the physical limitations stop you from contemplating. It's just that maybe you feel, okay, but can I implement this right now? Okay, all right, so let us take a look at what the oracle cards have to say. Oh, sorry, I picked the wrong ones. Sorry, guys. Let me see what the cards have to say. Union. You have seen and unseen allies draw upon their strength, join forces with friends, and flourish. Okay, there is a reason why you are in this contemplative mode in February. Okay, your mind is being opened by your spirit guides, by angels, by the universe, by God, to think beyond what is around you, the limitations that you are seeing. So let your imagination run wild. Bask in the possibilities, and don't think about whether this is for you or not. Okay, just let the energy flow through you. Okay, when it comes to your wealth and abundance and what is possible for you, because I feel that for some of you, you might contemplate, there's so much possibilities. If one person can be a millionaire, surely I also can be a millionaire, but is it really for me to have that in this lifetime? Okay, so the cards say don't question. These thoughts came to you for a reason, and just flow with it. Okay, so let us take a look at your love life, at love. Okay, I'm focusing on romantic love, but love can be broad as well. It could be a familial love, friendship, relatives. And so let's see what comes up. So the card for you is Three of Swords. Okay, clarifying Three of Swords. Three of Wands, interesting. 3 on 3, Strength card. and Temperance. Okay, all right. So when I look at these cards, I'm being brought towards the health issue that we discussed just now. Okay, the energy when it comes to your health. Okay, like I said, then there needs to be transparency between you and your loved ones when it comes to the burdens that you face. In this particular reading, I can see that one of the burdens that we can see here is the health part. There is something that needs to be expressed, but you're not expressing. Now, if you do not express this, if you do not share this, you are removing yourself from involving your loved ones. This is going to create a rift. This is going to create heartbreak. Okay, you're trying to be strong. You think you're doing the right thing, but it's not. Okay, it's not up to you to decide what they can and they cannot handle. All right, so there needs to be a balance. I know sometimes we want to feel the grief and feel the fear for ourselves before we share, but you need to balance that out between kind of like keeping things to yourself and sharing. Okay, so open up. All right, so let's take a look at what the oracle cards have to say for you. Advice in terms of your love and relationships. It's raining, guys, by the way. I'm not sure if you can hear the rain in the background. It's been raining here for almost a week. Today has been a sunny day, which is a blessing. Yeah, it's supposed to continue raining until the 21st here in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, and in other states in Malaysia as well. All right, so what it says here is pilgrimage. You are on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path. Okay, so this experience with maybe this health issue is going to make you stronger. Okay, whether it goes in a positive way or negative way, this is happening to elevate you, to strengthen you. There are lessons to be learned. There are lessons for people around you to learn as well. And you are on your own journey. This card is acknowledging, at the end of the day, I understand. If you are suffering from a certain ailment, or if you're suffering, even if it's depression, okay, it doesn't have to be like terminal illness. At the end of the day, people can say so many things, but you are the one shouldering the burden. And for some of you, maybe that's what you're thinking, like, what for? I want to share this with someone else, when at the end of the day, I'm the one who is shouldering the soul burden anyways. But that's not the point, okay? Even though the people around you are not experiencing what you are experiencing, but at the very least, they can lend you support. And if it's a situation where it's serious enough that you have a limited lifespan, at the very least they know, and they live each day together with you to the fullest. Okay, more words and affirmations of love can be said instead, and less arguments, because people want to keep the peace, you see, and it's not in a negative way. People forgive more because they know the time is precious. All right, so that's your reading, group number 4. I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video till the very end.